Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by the now former WWE Champion, Stone Cold. What are your thoughts on what transpired in your WWE Championship match last Sunday? Well, I'll tell you what, that Miz is one sneaky backstabbing SOB. That's why as of right now, Stone Cold is putting Miz, his little buddies, and Cena on notice. I got a whole crate of whoop ass with each of your names on it. Miz, if you're listening, son, hold that title tight and sleep with one eye open, because Stone Cold is coming for what's rightfully his. That's not just my WWE title, son, that's your head on a damn platter. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Ladies and gents, I am your new WWE Champion. I am The Miz. At Hell in a Cell, my plan was executed to perfection. I present the new Misfits. A better Misfits. A Misfits with all the gold. So SmackDown, you're welcome, because I've just guaranteed us victory next Sunday. The crew said they wanted gang warfare at bragging rights with the United Kingdom. Well, there will be, but it won't feature the crew, no, no, no. It will now be the most historic, must-see victory for the Misfits. Teddy, you're welcome. Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. My name is Jitch and we are here on Friday Night SmackDown, where we are now apparently in the awesome era of The Miz. And of course, first up we got the crew coming out. This is not a six-man tag team match. Don't listen to him, he's lying to you.
Approaching the ring, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. R-Truth and Booker T.
One man noticeably missing from the crew's strut down to the ring. That is, of course, the leader, John Cena, who was supposed to compete for the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell, but threw the fight and helped The Miz cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm not entirely sure what Cena's motives were to have done that, but John Cena handed The Miz the victory, and I'd have to assume that's what the crew are out here for right now. Mark Henry looks pissed. He looks like he means business. These guys always do, though. Miz with some strong words against them earlier as well. John Cena, I ain't wasting no time, boy. Get your ass out here right now. I don't know why Mark is surprised. He called him out, and he answered. I think we all know what this is about. John Cena was a big part in helping The Miz become WWE Champion. He pretty much handed over his championship match against Stone Cold last Sunday at Hell in a Cell. But where could this be going? Mark Henry trying to say something here, hang on. Explain yourself. The hell were you doing last night passing up your match for Miz? That looked pretty planned to me, but we never heard a damn thing about this. Alright men, I see you guys are pissed, but believe it or not, Miz made sense. The WWE Championship belongs with the crew. I'm on your side, but Miz approached me with a plan. I've never beat Austin, not many have, but if I did, who's to say Miz wouldn't cash in? So I made a deal. I helped Miz on Sunday, I get first shot at him tonight. So next time, try talking to me backstage. Instead of calling me out like some punk-ass little bitch. Whoa. We got an important notice from Teddy Long, who's been off sick for a while. I'll get to that in a second.
Tag team match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Misfits from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 199 pounds. He is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Tyson Kidd.
Well, now we officially know Tyson Kidd and Christian. Part of the plan all along was to get the gold on the Misfits so that they could be the ones to go up against the United Kingdom. They could be the ones to represent SmackDown. And I guess they got their wish. And oh my god, the microphone is so loud.
From Toronto, Canada, weighing 223 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Christian.
My god, I'm so sorry about however my voice must have sounded for the first, like, 10 minutes, and I record all the promos, I should probably say now, because I kind of have to. I record all the promos at the very beginning, even if it's something that happens at the end of an episode, in the middle of the episode, wherever it is. I record them all at the beginning, they're all just part of one story that I put together. And then I just immediately play that out before I do anything else. So, I'm so sorry for the audio, for any upcoming promos, or the ones that have already been. Obviously, during Tyson Kidd's entrance, I am so sorry. I had no idea. For some reason, every now and then I'll just turn to the microphone and the gain dial is just like the maximum setting. I don't know why. I haven't touched it. Anyway, Christian and Tyson Kidd, the new tag team champions, and they obviously conspired this plan quite a while ago. This whole Team Canada thing was a ruse.
And their partner, representing the Misfits from Los Angeles, California, weighing 224 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison.
One thing I will say, which has been a very strong argument in favor of the Misfits, one I can't really fault, is you look at John Morrison's victory at Hell in a Cell, and you look at Christian and Tyson Kidd's victories. No, they earned those victories. They won their contenders matches fairly and respectfully, and then they won their championships fairly and respectfully. The only member of the Misfits who didn't rightfully win his championship is The Miz. Obviously, we know that he earned the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I would certainly say he doesn't hold a victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin, despite what any record book might say. That was not a victory for The Miz. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying. Regardless of that, the Misfits appear to be here to stay. There's been no comments from Alex Riley or Zack Ryder, former Misfits. I don't know why he was saying that they got the job done.
Their opponent from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Gabriel.
There's been so much to talk about, I kind of forgot the subject of this match. I do apologize. This is a SmackDown vs. Raw 6-man tag team match, something that you will see at Bragging Rights, although there is speculation that may be changed to a Raw vs. ECW, simply to fit more matches for each brand on the show. However, right now, Daniel Bryan representing Raw is the first representative. Who else have we got coming over from Raw? Okay, well, this is an interesting one. He made his presence felt last week here on SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler made a grand return from injury last week on SmackDown when he targeted Justin Gabriel, the new light heavyweight champion, before he'd won the championship. Apparently due to part of a Raw and SmackDown exchange program where The Undertaker was competing on Raw for a little while, Dolph Ziggler has been permitted to compete here on SmackDown for a little while. However, here tonight he is representing Raw. I mean, whenever he competes here on SmackDown, he's representing Raw. But this is, of course, where Dolph Ziggler's career got started here on SmackDown. Let me explain this 6-man tag team match real quick for you. Well, originally we were supposed to have champion versus someone of the opponent's choosing. So it was supposed to be that The Miz would face off against someone chosen from Raw. Who we got as Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan's partner. Okay, sending in the big guns.
And their partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 220 pounds,
Last time we saw CM Punk on SmackDown, he was here under the technicality that he wasn't allowed to show his face. He was wearing a mask. Times have really changed since then. CM Punk coming on out here representing Raw. And he's allowed to show his face, of course. But, yeah, as we look towards the future, I just wanted to... What was it? Oh, I forgot what I was saying. I was going on a big thing. Yeah, so originally this was supposed to be The Miz up against a hand-picked opponent from Sheamus, but as mentioned by John Cena earlier, he was getting a WWE title opportunity against The Miz in tonight's main event, so that's been scrapped. The United Kingdom were asked if they wanted to handpick 3 superstars from Raw to face off against the Mizfits, and the United Kingdom said they don't give a damn. It's about psychological advantages over the world champion, The Miz, at the moment, and that they don't really care what happens in regards to the rest of them, because obviously it's easy pickings, says the United Kingdom, for this upcoming bragging rights event. John Morrison, Tyson Kidd, and Christian looking like a pretty natural team. I think Christian could maybe use a little more black on his attire in comparison to the other two.
But remember, we have that tremendous main event still to come.
Expect no light work to be made from Tyson Kidd, Christian, John Morrison in this one, nor any light work for Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, or CM Punk. This is an all-star 6-man match. As we know, at bragging rights next Sunday, it will be Tyson Kidd and Christian representing SmackDown up against Raw's World Tag Team Champions of the United Kingdom, Wade Barrett and William Regal, as well as the Intercontinental Champion John Morrison from the Misfits up against the European Champion from the United Kingdom, William Regal. This literally is going to be a form of gang warfare. It is going to be one faction up against another in every champion v champion match that kind of represents Raw and SmackDown to the fullest, barring the women's and the tertiary championships. Of course, in that main event, we got The Miz from SmackDown representing the Misfits and SmackDown, whether he wants to or not. We got Sheamus representing the United Kingdom and Raw, whether he likes it or not. And we got The Big Show representing ECW. I mean, he's the only one that doesn't seem to be aligned with something. So let's hope he keeps it that way. CM Punk and Christian, a dream match in a lot of people's eyes, I'm sure. It said it happened quite a lot of times. I'm sure anyway. I'm probably wrong. Cue the corrections. I don't have Google right now. I'm in the middle of a recording, unlike you. Don't get on my ass because you are able to Google search.
Oh man, did you hear that? Yow! Right on the kidneys.
CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler got some pretty big starts here on SmackDown. Funnily enough, the people they're up against, John Morrison, Tyson Kidd, and Christian, they all started on Raw. Quite funny how the roles have reversed. You know, you talk about a year ago, these guys would have been on the complete opposite sides. It's pretty funny the difference a year can make. Good kick to the head, and CM Punk in control of Christian right now.
It's a full house here on SmackDown as we are absolutely
Still to come, up next in correlation with what you saw on Raw this week with the women's champion Karma facing off against SmackDown's own Natalia. I don't know why I really blanked on that. We've got a women's match coming up, which is going to feature the Divas champion Beth Phoenix, who's going to be going up against Raw women's competitor Michelle McCool another accomplished former women's champion, just much like Natalya, the former Divas champion, competing against Karma. Some real correlations going on here. I know, incredible. And also later on tonight, we're going to be seeing the new light heavyweight champion, Justin Gabriel, in action. So, you know, that should be pretty exciting. High octane action coming your way. R-Truth right now clearly not able to focus on the light heavyweight championship with what's going on with the crew. John Cena really got in Mark Henry's face towards the end of that, calling him a punk-ass little bitch right to his face. Not a lot of people that can do that to the world's strongest man, but John Cena clearly believes he is the leader of the crew. Some argue that it really is Mark Henry that's the face of that team, as he kind of brought every member into it. But Cena insists he is the leader as the former WWE champion of the group. The only former champion, barring R-Truth. It's a very short light heavyweight championship reign, and Booker T's very, very short Intercontinental Championship reign. Well, actually, it's only Mark Henry that's never won a title out of the three. Four. Look at that 20-minute time limit on this match, and right now it's any man's game. But who would have expected a WWE Championship match here tonight? Clearly, The Miz had gotten into the head of John Cena, but in a way, I gotta make some sense out of what The Miz said. Obviously, he tried to tear John Cena down a little bit by saying that John Cena has never beaten Stone Cold Steve Austin. But also, I think it's quite a valid statement that The Miz made. You know, it is true. And on top of that, John Cena was looking out for himself in the sense of if he did beat Austin at Hell in a Cell, he would have gone through hell to have done it. It would have been a really easy target for The Miz to cash in on. Get the briefcase off of him, get a guaranteed title shot for helping him. Yeah, I think Cena made the right move 100%, whether the crew like that or not. Cena was just trying to look out for them. Speaking of bragging rights, though, and an interesting matchup that has been confirmed. What I was going to say before, and I got completely distracted. Important update from Teddy Long, SmackDown General Manager, who has been absent for a while. You're not imagining things. Oh, is this going to be enough to get the job done? It would be pretty big, but no, not yet. Oh, geez. That could be it, though. Tyson Kidd and Christian really got Morrison's back. Oh.
Look at this. Somehow he's still going. Will it be?
We've got people from all sides fighting right now, but John Morrison really trying to wear down Dolph Ziggler. He's done so effectively.
John Morrison, very young in his career, has already held
And I mean, that's not very fair on your tag team partner, Dolph. I get what you were doing there, but you're hurting Daniel Bryan at the same time.
with some nice crisp offense. This team has worked extremely well this far. And now he's
Gotta say, the experience is definitely there more for Tyson Kidd, Christian Morrison. We have no idea how long these guys have been scheming, how close of friends these guys actually are. The whole thing was pieced together by them. We know that now, but for how long it was going on, we don't know. It kind of makes sense, the chemistry that we saw between Tyson Kidd and Christian. It was so fluid, so smooth, heading into Hell in a Cell, and then at Hell in a Cell, well, beating D-Generation X. Something was clearly up, and I think this explains it all. They've had a lot of time plotting that exact moment, and that's what Hell in a Cell was.
Oh my, what a double team move.
So no wonder that Christian didn't want to team up with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, that's probably how Christian was even talked into joining the Misfits, was the fact that he would have been up against Stone Cold Steve Austin. We know Christian has a real hatred for Stone Cold Steve Austin that dates back to Fatal 4-Way, where Christian walked in as the WWE Champion and was ambushed on the way. Actually, I don't think he walked. I think he was the challenger. He was the former champion, if I'm not mistaken. But he was ambushed by Stone Cold Steve Austin instantly on the way to the ring, and very quickly eliminated from the match because of it. Christian always blames that cheap shot on the reason he was out of the match first. Says that he never rightfully got a fair opportunity at revenge for the WWE Championship. And I gotta say that kind of bitterness, although never pleasant, is rather justified. John Morrison trying to catch up with Daniel Bryan, but he is fast and oh, he got him.
This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But man, this has been physical. Big move coming.
Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler have been very worn out in this match. CM Punk really not had a lot of chance to help his tag team partners, but I never really got around to the point again at bragging rights in the 6-man tag team matchup. Should SmackDown be participating still, it will be the Crews, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Booker T representing SmackDown in that one.
Here are your winners. Representing the Misfits, John Morrison, Tyson Kidd, and Christian.
You want to talk about a tag team?
There you go, victory for the Misfits. Not entirely surprising, they have a lot more chemistry. Bryan and Ziggler still kind of working out their issues. They're a brand new tag team after all, and Ziggler was injured damn near instantly into their formation. But up next, it's going to be the Divas champion Beth Phoenix one-on-one with former women's champion Michelle McCool. You don't want to miss a match like this. Let's return here for some more Friday Night SmackDown. Here comes the Divas champion Beth Phoenix.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Buffalo, New York, she is the Divas champion, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix with the Divas Championship in tow. This is the first time she's ever made her entrance since winning the Divas Championship back at Night of Champions. No, it wasn't Night of Champions, it was a SmackDown after Night of Champions, I believe. It's quite out of nowhere that she won the championship from Natalya, though, and obviously that's, some people believe, potentially put some kind of issues between their friendship, some kind of strain. I do notice that Natalya is not here tonight in support of Beth Phoenix. You need your friend where you can get them. Oh, speaking of friends. We're going to talk about an upper hand. Natalya nowhere to be seen in support of Beth Phoenix, but of course the former best friends who got separated in the draft, Michelle McCool and Layla, are able to actually reunite for this matchup. Been a while since we've seen these two together. Well, this could be an upper hand for Michelle McCool that she could have needed pretty badly. Not saying that she's incapable of getting things done on her own, but an advantage definitely helps. We've said this before when Natalya went toe-to-toe with Karma. Came up short in the end, but obviously the question lingered the whole time. What happens if this non-champion defeats the champion? So what happened if Natalya beat Karma? And what happens if Beth Phoenix suffers a loss to Michelle McCool, especially with Layla at ringside? This is now highly disadvantaged in the side of Beth Phoenix.
These competitors will always
It's going to be a very interesting one, that's for damn sure.
When that happens, the complication of the match can change in a heartbeat.
This is like a good old friendship reunited. To really get things going for you, though, in your special one-off appearance.
Check out WWE.com. You'll find updates and blogs from all your favorite superstars. We might see the power of
Phoenix with a big forearm to the back, and she's trying very quickly to take control of Michelle McCool, but you notice who keeps getting up on the apron, who keeps providing that tiniest of distractions. At the moment, it's not really bearing any mind to Beth Phoenix, but she has a history of being distracted in matches. In fact, she has a history of being attacked by The Miz.
champions of WWE.
That is our new
fans in
WWE
attendance.
champion.
Each and every one
Oh
of them
dear.
are having a great time tonight. Now I like this, King. This is why it's so smart to have
McCool and
somebody-
Layla having a moment to themselves, but Beth Phoenix has got to break it up.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not
You
gonna
come down to
hurt
here, you
chances
fight the
with big
Divas
moves
champion,
coming.
you need to be at 100%. You need to focus, you need to fight.
Right into the steel post.
You can't be standing around chatting with your buddy
You know, I don't
and
know
expect
how
to
the
come
Divas
out on
can
top
break
against
themselves
Beth
to get in that
Phoenix.
ring when they know they have to face
Credit where
the
due, that, you know, regardless of your thoughts or feelings of Beth Phoenix, that was a bad move.
It's a full house here on SmackDown as we are absolutely jammed to the rafters. Yow! In the body contorts in a
Yow.
natural way. Be sure to check out WWE.com for the Daily Divas.
Still to come tonight, we've got that WWE Championship matchup, John Cena and The Miz. Could The Miz's championship reign end just 5 days after it began? I mean, it's entirely possible. It's an incredibly tough first opponent for The Miz to go up against. Cena is a very successful WWE champion back when he held it. Of course, he's got 3 guys backing him. Although tensions may be high between them at the moment. And Cena obviously not helping with his final comments to Mark Henry. We know that they're a tight group. We know that they'll definitely be in his favor as much as they can be come a WWE Championship opportunity. You put personal issues aside when it comes to representing your group and coming out on top. And obviously it would be important for the crew to all be representing at bragging rights. And a victory over John Cena means just that. In the Team SmackDown versus Team Raw match. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do you think that there should be a Team SmackDown versus Team Raw? Where it would be the crew up against 3 superstars from Raw? Or do you think it should be Team Raw versus Team ECW? There isn't a given team for either of those brands though. Because the United Kingdom were already in action. If I had to guess, McMahon would probably end up picking the powerhouse from ECW as his representatives though.
Beth's got her. What's she gonna do? These competitors trying to keep their wits about them.
I'm very tired at the moment, so I'm sorry if I got a little quiet. I got about 2 hours of sleep and then I just couldn't get any more.
Oh, look out!
It took me about an hour to write up these promos, so I'm even more tired. Obviously I had to give myself some time to be awake enough to even start. But it's like, now that I'm actually like using some energy rather than just sitting down and writing a promo, like it's a lot more tiring, believe it or not. I know I don't do much in these, but it still requires some energy. And I don't really have that at the moment.
Michael, I love diva matches. You know, I hope heaven is kind of like this.
Beth Phoenix and Michelle McCool have really been going at it, but then, you know, a lot of people will say Michelle McCool is one of the greatest of all time. Highly underrated.
A bit of distraction going on. Oh, come on, Rip, don't fall for this. Turn around. There's the submission. She might have no choice.
And of course, Layla right in the corner of Michelle McCool, who wasn't going to tap anyway, might I add.
Look at this. Can you believe it? This is an undying will
Layla's
to
got to do
succeed.
whatever she can to make sure that Michelle McCool stays alive in this.
Uh-oh. She's in big trouble.
Oh, geez, this is a interesting move. That's, oh, geez, that's really going to do some damage. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the job done, but I don't think we've ever seen a glam slam on the outside like that. At least not to my knowledge.
Does the Glamazon look concerned to you?
My very short-term knowledge.
Beth connects. Got the arm up. And a wicked clothesline.
I don't know what they're chanting right now.
The Glamazon
Probably
with a
nothing
hard
I'd
shot.
care about if I had to guess. It sounds like they're chanting "let them fight," but they are. No one's stopping them. So I don't believe that that's it. Well, up next, our newly crowned light heavyweight champion Justin Gabriel is in action. There's been no real confirmation on who he's facing off against tonight, but you can expect to see him in action. Not defending the light heavyweight championship, of course, but he's going to be competing. Gotta find himself a new contender. Don't believe R-Truth is definitely not due a rematch. He didn't hold it for over 30 days and he had no successful defenses. Pin attempt on Michelle McCool, who seems to be just down and out whilst Layla's getting kicked from ringside. And I think Phoenix has already had this for a while now. It helps that the referee's not looking to see if McCool's shoulders are down, but Phoenix getting the job done, and Karma and Beth Phoenix continue to just be absolute behemoths heading into bragging rights next Sunday. I don't actually think bragging rights is next Sunday. I think we're skipping a week again, because I know there's about 4 to 5 weeks missing in a calendar year. Those are vacation weeks. They're all paid, don't worry, paid vacation. But Beth Phoenix is victorious. She's breaking character worse than Karma. As we move on to up next, the light heavyweight champion Justin Gabriel in action before we see The Miz defend his WWE championship in the main event. Can't wait for that. We have been informed that Justin Gabriel's opponent will in fact be a superstar representing ECW here tonight. Of course, it will be the light heavyweight champion up against the hardcore champion at bragging rights, SmackDown versus ECW, and of course, what better than a light heavyweight himself, or cruiserweight, someone within the light heavyweight championships division, is what I meant to say, representing ECW, a former cruiserweight champion at that.
Approaching the ring from Mexico City, weighing in at 175 pounds, Cena.
Now, him and Chavo might finally be going places over on ECW on Tuesday nights. We saw Chavo Guerrero successfully pick up a victory over Mason Ryan. And yeah, he got a little help from Sin Cara, but not too much. Chavo Guerrero was still able to pull off some impressive stuff in that match. Hard-fought battle, but a well-deserved victory. Chavo Guerrero really showing us what he's made of.
And his opponent, accompanied by Brie Bella, heavyweight champion, Justin Gabriel.
Justin Gabriel, the newly crowned light heavyweight champion, former United States champion. This guy's really starting to get a little bit of a decorated history for himself. Did not expect to see him beat R-Truth so early into his light heavyweight championship reign. Truth was literally the one to invent that championship in place of the cruiserweight championship. It holds the same lineage as it. However, it was basically just an upgrade to the cruiserweight championship to increase the weight limit and open up more potential challenges. R-Truth felt he'd need that. However, as you could probably tell, that ended up being a bit of a waste, as Truth lost it in his first title defense to a cruiserweight. Wherever Justin Gabriel goes, Brie Bella is sure to be there too. These two have been an incredibly, I dare say, iconic duo so far.
Gabriel, you're in for a treat. This young man puts it all on the line, each and whoa, and he fights his way out.
One guy who has definitely started to feel a little bit more like the third wheel in this situation is, of course, Justin Gabriel's own tag team partner, Heath Slater, who has said that he's noticed a significant decrease in booking since Justin Gabriel decided to find himself a little bit of arm candy, but that he's happy for Justin Gabriel and his success. Heath Slater's a good guy.
WWE magazine out this month, and you'll find some interesting articles in there about all the superstars here in the WWE. And Sin Cara gets punished.
Gabriel not looking at any potential challenges at the moment for his championship. No one's really stepping up, and of course this does not help him find a challenger, as Sin Cara would not be able to fight for the light heavyweight championship regardless of whether he won this match or not, as he is a member of the ECW roster. The ECW should be allowed to take another championship. Oh, Brie Bella with a big right hand across the face of Sin Cara. I don't know if the referee saw that. Oh, and Sin Cara just knocking Brie Bella off the apron.
trying to get under his opponent's skin with this one.
I don't think Justin Gabriel took to that one too kindly.
Justin Gabriel can do things that, well, nobody else can do.
We've been told that the relationship between Justin Gabriel and Brie Bella is strictly professional, but right now Sin Cara not being very professional. I'll tell you that much. He's going to get himself disqualified if he keeps putting his hands on Brie Bella. You should really stop doing that, Sin Cara. That is not a good idea. I know you're just trying to help out your case here and make this a more even fight, but you're not actually supposed to fight Brie Bella.
Right on the shoulder. You know that bone in there, the clavicle, is extremely easy to break. Ooh.
Justin Gabriel found himself a manager, and he has not looked back since. He has been incredibly successful. And you know what? Credit where due. It's really turned Brie Bella's career around as well. She was quite the afterthought as an active competitor over on Raw, but she's really made a name for herself. She has raised someone to a championship.
Any of the matches from this week, go to WWE.com to catch up on all the
Say what you want. If she weren't there to stare down Mark Henry and not back down last Sunday at Hell in a Cell, I don't think Justin Gabriel would have stood much of a chance up against R-Truth and Mark Henry like that. And of course, classic Sin Cara there. What more can you expect? This is the original, baby. The best Sin Cara there is.
Man, this has been a great matchup.
What does that mean? I don't know. He is the original. There's only one Sin Cara.
Oh, how much damage did
Only
that
one
shoulder
person
just
with
receive?
this lighting. What a shame that is. Imagine if all matches had this lighting. This is what Big Show and Vader in Hell in a Cell needed. This lighting.
Gabriel is just so talented.
Gabriel's beating the hell out of Sin Cara right now. This has proven to not be much of a challenge for the light heavyweight champion thus far. He can dish out some serious punishment though. He's an all-rounder. He's a strong dude. He's proven to not just be limited to Cruiserweight, as his first championship was the United States Championship. And oh, he is also a high flyer as well, though. 450 splash. That's got to be it. Sin Cara, I'm sorry, but your SmackDown return was pretty much the equivalent of your SmackDown run in general. Short-lived. Unfortunate. You hate to see it, but it happens. Light heavyweight champion Justin Gabriel with a big-time victory over an ECW superstar as we continue these cross-promotional matches to hype up bragging rights. What I'm going to keep saying is next Sunday, even though I don't think it is. Justin Gabriel, sweaty but victorious. As we move on, up next, the WWE Championship is on the line. John Cena versus The Miz. Oh boy, here we go.
The following contest is for the WWE Championship. Approaching the ring, representing the Misfits, the WWE Champion, The Miz.
One of the biggest heists we've ever seen. Stone Cold Steve Austin actually managed to get fooled into thinking he could trust this guy. And in the blink of an eye, he was screwed out of his WWE Championship. But how long will that reign of The Miz last when he's got such a big threat coming up? Where is he? John Cena heading up for his WWE Championship match. Oh my god, Mark Henry. Earlier on in the night, we know that there was some issues with these two, but I didn't think it would escalate to... Whoa! Oh my god. Even Mark Henry doesn't seem to believe what he just did.